Hi, my name is Erica Heisey, and I am with Indivisible 915.
I'm Oralyn Lights, also with Indivisible 915.
And we're out here promoting our third No Kings event. The first two No Kings rallies were the biggest in El Paso history, and we're here to tell you why you should come out to the third one, and hopefully it will be even bigger than the first two. So, Oralyn, with your anthropologist background, why do you think it's so important for the community to be out here protesting and rallying with us? What are the benefits of it?
Well, the rally itself is going to be a jumping off point for other kinds of actions, right? But it's important, I think, for building solidarity, for building a sense of community. There's a lot of interesting research about social movements and nonviolent resistance that's been done all over the world, showing that once you get about 3.5% of the population involved in the movement, they achieve their goals. And according to the research that looked at like 200 different social movements around the world, focusing on nonviolent movements, showed that the nonviolent movements like ours were much more effective, actually, than violent movements. Every single place where they got more than 3% of the population involved, those movements achieved their aims. We haven't quite got to that yet. When we had our biggest event out here, we had about 1.5% of El Paso's population. And nationwide, it was about that, maybe a little bit bigger. But the movement is growing all the time, and especially, as this regime continues to make all sorts of missteps and, criminal actions, I think that many more people who are not maybe the traditional kind of protesters are coming out. When we had the last couple of events out here, the last events, there were families with kids, there were elderly people, there were people with disabilities, people with wheelchairs, there were immigrants, there were native-born citizens, there were straight people, queer people, people of all colors. It was really an amazing crowd and just so diverse. And we are really hoping to bring all of the community out.
Thank you, and I love that you said nonviolent. You said that a few times, and I think it's really important to emphasize that this is a nonviolent, peaceful, and joyous. It's a celebration of community and unity, getting out.
Exactly, and it's in itself, I think rallies, are not necessarily a tool of massive social change, but they build the community that we need to get that social change happening. They help people feel empowered. They realize that people are not alone, and it's an amazing feeling being surrounded by a crowd of so many people who are out there fighting for the same things you are. We're not all necessarily coming from the same place. It's a nonpartisan event, although we are opposed to this regime. But, anybody from any political strike is welcome if they want to turn out to defend the Constitution and defend our democracy. We are aiming to be the broadest kind of movement that we can be. And our bottom line is that we are here to defend democracy, defend the Constitution, and we are in solidarity, with all the different groups of people that are
Thank you. That was another really good point, that this is a nonpartisan event. I mentioned that Veronica Escobar would be here, but that's because she upholds the same values that we uphold as far as getting rid of the concentration camps and treating immigrants like human beings. But as far as being inclusive, anyone is welcome at these events. It's just all about wanting to get rid of the current fascist regime and get together as a community.
And it really is, I think, a celebration of our community. We are such, a diverse community and largely immigrant community. which is one of our strengths. I think it's what makes El Paso such a wonderful city, one of the safest cities in the country. El Paso wouldn't be here without our immigrant population and the attacks that population has been under, not just immigrants themselves, but anybody who dares to speak up for immigrants, including citizens. We know ICE has arrested around 200 citizens so far, has detained people who have green cards, who have asylum proceedings underway. The distinction between documented and undocumented has really been erased by this administration, and anybody who opposes that becomes a target. So we are coming out to celebrate the solidarity of our community, to celebrate the richness and diversity of our community. As you said, it really is going to be a celebratory event. We're going to have music, we're going to have speakers, and of course there is a lot of stuff to feel worried about and bad about these days, but we are coming out to celebrate our strength in opposing what this government is doing.
Yes, and celebrate all the other organizations that are here in El Paso and motivate residents to get more involved and see what else is out there.
And it's probably worth mentioning that Borderland Rainbow Center is going to be having a food drive at the event, so if people want to bring bagged rice, bag of beans, canned food, they also take things like pet food because people in need also have pets that they're trying to care for. So we're really happy to partner with Borderland Rainbow Center on that. There will be lots of other organizations out here with tables, women voters, common cause. So it's really going to be a conglomeration of lots of progressive and nonpartisan organizations.